Well, we're streaming again. Just coming over here, self promoting myself. I don't understand these servers. Like, yo, this is 41. I don't have permission, of course. But like, no, I just click here and I just just oh yeah, apparently. I hope and advertise. I mean, don't what? It literally just help and advertise. But you know what? Sure. Sub. Imagine saying help and advertise, and then when someone tries to advertise, you just do them like that. Sub. I need more sub because I don't have a. Yo, what? Look, we just got a super chat. Mm, totally real. Totally didn't just fake that. I would never. I ain't that person. Yo, alert. Donate. Ooh. Alert box. Yo, Bad Spark, just subscribe. Let's go. Sub. Oh, by the way, that's what I was doing the entire time I was gone. I was figuring out a way to self promote. Sub. I'm still looking for a better way to self promote. I just ain't doing it right, I guess. Anyone want to show me how to self promote? I mean, oh, uh, I just want just like do I just click here? Do I just click here? Do I just click on live video? And do I just go? No, I did choose ultra low latency mode. So I mean, don't judge my name. Sub 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 sub. I'm no longer Englishing. I'm spubbing. I ain't even speaking no more English. Ooh, one viewer. Okay. What's my viewer count? Yo, one viewer. Pretty pog, I'd say. Man, look at that. Look at that. Sub, 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 sub. Sub, 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 sub. 100. I said subscribe. This many times. Sub. Probably a lot more than that many times, but you know. How many streams I've had today? Sub. Sub 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 subscribe, 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 subscribe. Subscribe, subscribe. Can I get 2 viewers, please? No, I tried making some Google ads. It ain't work too well. I'm gonna give this string a like. See, I'm doing a big brain strategy, right? Listen. I'm big brain because look, I'm gonna watch on one channel. I'm gonna switch to this other channel. I'm gonna go to like most of it. And I'm gonna come over to Bits Park. I'm gonna click on the stream. I'm gonna give it a like, right. Big brain, big brain. Now, when I go back to YouTube, click here, and instead of this channel, let's go to my main. And we're gonna click here and come here to this, and then we're gonna come back over here. Alright, and we're gonna continue saying sub, which this needs to be live. It's all live, right? Sub, and if you click here, refresh. Now, if all our people say HG, most of it saying some random words. Now, obviously, the quality of the stream is gonna drop because. Sub. I like the way when I don't say sub and I click, it just completely fails. But when I start saying sub, it just works. Also, by the way, sub. The reason why I said sub so many times is I want to do this. Sub. Do we have how many viewers we got? So like no one wants to watch my video, made my stream. Oh wow, look. Oh wow, look. Donation. All this cash I'm getting. 99 bucks. Those are all real. How many viewers we got on the stream? Yo, I no one wanna watch it. Look, we got 3 likes, 0 dislikes. Wow. Share. I ain't got none of these. Okay. Wait. What? Wait, what? Create poll. Poll. Do you and poll? Sub. sub. No, I missed it. Subscribe. So, like, no one wants to watch. It's like, really? Honestly, no one? Like, come on. No one? Like, I actually want to participate in this poll real quick. Yeah. No. Too late. Already hit, yeah. No. Yes. Yes. Subscribe. By the way, I made this and 2% the way there, sub. We're only 2%. 2%. In 16 minutes. 2%. What's that mean? It's gonna be like what, 3 years? 4 years. Uh, I don't want to subscribe. What's my temperature looking like? Fortnite, Minecraft, Roblox, Play dot Minecraft dot Roblox dot slash comma Fortnite. Fake monetization. Not that, because I want this thing to see. So if I get lots of viewers and hit 1,000 subs, then things happen. Slash cheat the system. Okay, now let's our poll. Do you want more? Poll 100% yes. Oh, we get 11 views. Paul. It's like, really? Oh, no, really? Sub. Maybe I have more luck on Twitch. Okay, guys, that'll be it for now. I'll start streaming later today. However, yeah, that'll be it for now. I'll be deleting all the other streams except for this one because I obviously don't just want a whole bunch of random streams that lasted 1 second to be on my channel. So yeah, like this one.
We don't need any more overscheduling, but we could all use more ways to save. I can squeeze you in between swim class at Kevin's Harper Satellite 330. Always eating beans.